Hello, Stewart families. This is your principal, Audra Goodman, coming to you with this week's Star Review. Now, I know it hasn't felt like it because it's been so incredibly cold, but believe it or not, spring has arrived. And before we know it, it will be spring break. Now, in any school I've ever encountered, this time of year always inspires some mischievous behavior from kids. It's just part of growing up. It's absolutely developmentally normal for kids to want to test boundaries, ask a lot of questions, see what they can get away with, and just kind of feel those kinds of things out. However, for the adults, I'm sure here and when you're home as well, it can get a little bit frustrating. So we put a lot of extra work this time of year in doing extra social emotional lessons, having the counselors go in. After spring break, we will do a whole series of lessons to reset behaviors because we really want to make sure that our school is safe, positive, and productive. It's important when kids are doing this that we provide a lot of extra supports to guide them down the right path so no bad habits are created. It helps a ton at home if you just talk to your students about behavior, what's expected at school, ask some questions about what are the rules. We talk about it a lot at Stewart in morning meeting and in classes. So just, shout out to them and say, hey, tell me something that you learned in morning meeting or tell me what's been going on with the kids at school. It really helps when they know that you're talking to them and we're talking to them. It takes a community to kind of take care of these kiddos, and we love to do that together. Also, I wanted to just say a huge thank you for all of the love and support that we got this week over Staff Appreciation. I love seeing how happy staff was as they got kind notes from kids and fun little treats. So thank you so much for helping making our school culture so positive. Our parent tip for the week is around just being here. Attendance really matters. Attendance also counts when you are running late. A lot of core instruction happens pretty early, and it can make it really hard on the kids. Now, things happen. There are vacations, there are kids that get sick, there are just crazy stuff that happens in the morning that disrupts you. It's absolutely part of life, but it's just good to be aware of how much it does impact your child's education. For example, if your child missed one day a week, every week, by the time they graduate, that's over 2.5 years. What's happening is they're missing out the opportunity to ask questions, see demonstrations, be part of class discussions. So our tip is just about how to make getting out of the house a little bit easier, and just a reminder about the importance of attendance. So one great thing to do is to prep the night before. Have your student make their lunch, lay out their clothes, organize their backpack, set everything right by the door so that way it's a quick grab and go. Tip number 2 is to make sure you enforce a sensible bedtime. It's really hard to wake up in the morning if you're exhausted. Sometimes things happen and we stay up late and that's not a big deal, but on a regular basis, we really need that full night of sleep to be healthy and ready to learn and to make sure morning's easier. And then figure out a morning routine and stick to it. Decide what time you're gonna get up, how that morning looks, what you do first, second, and third. It really reduces stress and reduces that anxiety of trying to rush around and get ready in the morning time. So weekly announcements this week. You got sent home a next year planning sheet. If you could please get that back to us by April 7th, that would make a huge difference. It helps us prepare classes next year and make sure we're ready to go. So thank you so much, families. I hope you have a great week. And remember, once a star, always a star.